Hey everybody, welcome back to Sovereign Money. I'm your host Mike, and in today's video we're going to dive deeper into self-custody, specifically cold storage or what's called hardware wallets. So hang on tight, it's going to be a great episode. Quick word, nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. I am not an accountant nor a financial advisor. You can and should do whatever you want with your money. After all, I'm just a random dude on YouTube. In a previous video, I mentioned there are two types of self-hosted wallets: hot wallet and cold wallet. We took a look at the Exodus hot wallet, and I think that's a fantastic place to start, and there's a link down below. And if you're just getting started with self-custody, check out my last video. Before we dig into cold wallet storage, let's zoom out a little bit and look at crypto storage as a whole. Hot and cold Bitcoin storage systems can be looked at as part of a broader storage hierarchy. In other words, Bitcoin storage systems can be sorted based on their potential security level, from the weakest storage system to the most secure storage system. Let's take a look. My team of people in the Sovereign Research and Development Department spent weeks developing a Bitcoin storage illustration I call the Sovereign Storage Pyramid. And I'm going to reveal it to the public for the first time ever right now for free. And here it is. Like I said, Bitcoin storage solutions vary in their potential degree of security. In the Sovereign Storage Pyramid, the Bitcoin storage solutions are ranked from the most secure at the bottom to the least secure on the top. Now, I need to take a moment to explain that every single level of the storage pyramid can be made insecure with poor security operations. If you implement the most secure level of Bitcoin storage and then you're careless with your seed phrase or password, so to speak, you could lose everything. And that high level of security goes right out the window. So make sure you understand your security operations or your SecOps before you move your Bitcoin off the exchange and out into the wild. If you need help, you can check out my previous video. Okay, back to the storage pyramid. The top level of the storage pyramid represents potentially leaving your coins on the exchange where you bought them. This represents the lowest level of security, even if they're locked up in their vault service. While exchanges like Gemini, Coinbase, and Binance make tremendous investments in the security of their platforms, you simply don't have control of your funds. If they all of a sudden announce that they're stopping withdrawals or ceasing operations entirely, your Bitcoin could be locked up on their site or gone completely. And what happens if the exchange gets hacked? Think about it. If you're a bad guy, would you spend all of your time trying to hack into some dude's cold wallet, which has a total of $78.64? Or would you try to hack into Binance, which has approximately 500,000 Bitcoin? There are people out there who spend every waking moment trying to get into the back door of an exchange. None of this can happen if Bitcoin is under your control. So get your Bitcoin off the exchange ASAP. All right, level 2 of the pyramid. Level 2 of the pyramid represents hot or software wallets. The second tier of the storage pyramid is a big improvement over leaving your coins on the exchange where you bought them. So that's good. And most of these software solutions produce a 12 or 24 word seed phrase that is cryptographically stored in the software for convenience. Hot wallets come in multiple varieties. The problem with hot wallets is exactly why they're so convenient. They store the seed phrase in the software and as such expose it to the internet. This exposure to the internet makes them a constant and vulnerable target for either hack or malware. So while level 2 in the storage pyramid is a significant improvement over the top level, there are better ways to store your crypto. So let's take a look at the next level. Level 3 on the storage pyramid represents what's called multi-sig or multi-signature software or hot wallets. They're a big improvement over what's called the single signature wallets from the level above. When you create a Bitcoin wallet for self-custody, a seed phrase is generated by the software. Multi-sig wallets have multiple seed phrases that are generated and require a set number of them to sign a transaction and send it out for verification. The most common setup for multi-sig wallets are a 2 of 3 type of setup. That is, 2 sets of 3 keys that were generated when the wallet was created are needed to sign a transaction and approve it. Multi-sig wallets, however, do not need multiple signatures to approve a deposit. They can always receive Bitcoin and you don't need any kind of multiple approval signature process to do that. But to send Bitcoin out of the wallet, you need multiple signatures to approve that. The multiple seed phrases that are generated when you create the wallet can stay with you and be stored securely, or they can potentially be separated geographically, like one seed phrase in a bank in London, another with a friend in Italy, and another in the US that you have with you. Just know that 2 of these 3 seed phrases will be needed to send any Bitcoin out of that wallet. That way, if a malicious actor gets a hold of one of the seed phrases, they can't do anything with your funds. Whereas the hot wallets on the level above, if they get the seed phrase, everything's gone. Multi-sig wallets represent a significant security improvement over the single seed phrase wallets that I just spoke about in the level above. But they do generate higher fees, and the inconvenience of dealing with multiple signatures for approval can be a hassle. All right, level 4 is where things start to get serious. Once you've accumulated enough Bitcoin that it starts to scare you, you need to look at cold storage solutions. Now, everybody's set point is different on this. Whatever helps you sleep better, okay? Cold storage solutions generally keep the seed phrase stored on a device separate from your computer or your phone. It doesn't make phone calls, and you can't order a pizza and wings with it. It just stores Bitcoin and crypto keys. Because it's a separate device, it is not connected to the internet, and the seed phrase hidden inside is never exposed to potential hackers. Some cold wallet manufacturers include Trezor, Ledger, Tangem, and OneKey. There are dozens of cold storage options available, but the basic concept is the same. They securely store your seed phrase offline. They typically have a specific software package that interacts with the hardware device, making operating them much more user-friendly. They can be intimidating, especially if you're managing a large amount of Bitcoin. That's why I'm going to show you how to use each one of those in a separate video in the future. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. Now, I wanted to put a separate level in here, but I decided not to, so let's just call this part level 4.5. It's not on the pyramid, but it's a way to level up your security operations if you're using a cold storage system. So if you want to ramp up your cold storage security, you need to choose one that allows you to create what's called a passphrase. The Trezor, the OneKey, and the Ledger all allow you to do this. While it's not a password per se, you can think of it as kind of one. It works like this. First, you create a parent account on your cold storage device, and that can hold a certain amount of Bitcoin, just a small amount. Then underneath your parent account, you secure a second account with a special password or passphrase. It can be any combination of words, numbers, anything like that, or even a whole sentence. You can have an unlimited number of accounts underneath that parent account, each one designated by its different password or passphrase. And each of those accounts can store an unlimited amount of Bitcoin. That way, if someone did get a hold of your original passphrase, all they have access to is that parent account, and they wouldn't even know that there were any accounts beneath that. So to get access to the real stores of Bitcoin in your cold storage wallet, they would need not only your seed phrase, but also the passphrase associated with each of those accounts. Now, putting 10 accounts underneath one seed phrase is probably excessive, but 1 or 2 is a great idea and great security operations, SecOps. And the bottom tier of the Sovereign Storage Pyramid represents the ultimate in security for your Bitcoin. And this one is called multi-sig hardware storage. So basically, you take the concept from level 3 of multi-sig hot wallets over to the hardware wallets, and you create an account with multiple hardware wallets that requires multiple signatures. This level of storage is often reserved for large amounts of Bitcoin and can include a third party. Several companies offer multi-sig hardware solutions for their clients, including Unchained Capital and Casa. Both of these companies also have a free and paid tier of their services. This level of security requires 2 or more hardware wallets to set up and is really meant for deep, long-term storage of your Bitcoin. It's really impractical to use this type of storage system if you plan to withdraw crypto with any regularity. But it does represent the highest standard of Bitcoin storage security. Okay, the storage pyramid is shaped like a pyramid for a reason. The more Bitcoin you accumulate, the more seriously you should consider your storage solution options. In other words, the majority of your funds should be stored in the lower levels of the pyramid, leaving less funds for the upper, lower security levels. If your Bitcoin nest egg is 250 Bitcoin, leaving a couple Bitcoin on an exchange is not unreasonable, whereas smaller fortunes might all be stored in the lower levels. So, the size of the storage level represents the relative amount of Bitcoin that it should hold. Okay, I have some rules associated with Bitcoin transactions that have served me very well, and I'm going to share them with you. Number 1, never ever send Bitcoin anywhere while you're distracted. If you have children, lock them in the basement and find someplace private where you can concentrate. Number 2, never initiate a transaction at night. Basically, my rule is never send Bitcoin anywhere after dinner. Bad things happen when you're tired and distracted. 3, double and triple check everything. Remember, you're the bank at this point. Set up your system so you don't screw up the transactions. If you send Bitcoin to the wrong address, it either disappears or makes somebody else rich. And the worst part is that Bitcoin transaction sits there on the blockchain laughing at you for all of eternity. Bitcoin transactions cannot be reversed and they are not insured. So what storage options would I recommend? Personally, I would recommend a cold storage solution with a passphrase that's level 4.5 for the majority of your Bitcoin storage. It offers the best mix of convenience and security. Beyond that, I like hot wallets for smaller amounts of Bitcoin. And if you want to play around a little bit with some trading, you can leave a little bit on the exchange. Whatever method makes you feel secure enough that you don't think about it when you go to bed. It's your call. Okay, that's about it. Let me know your thoughts on the Sovereign Storage Pyramid in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.